And I'm writing down my list right before what we're doing. Any of those notions that we just got in that we need to show off, like those very expensive pins?
No, we showed those off last week.
Did we?
Yeah.
We didn't show the price though, did we? That's a good thing. Alrighty. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Quilting Shed Live on Wednesday at, I'm trying to do the dates here, Wednesday, March 18th. So it was St. Patrick's Day yesterday. And I did get out of my reach. I did get out of my reach a sample made. Ha! I got these finished. Have a lucky day. Did you get lucky? Hope you did.
That's Daft Punk.
That's Daft Punk, yes. Okay, pro tip. If you're doing something round, you do need the bias binding, not your straight cut binding. But if you have too many round things, just sew a back on it and flip it right side out and call it a day. See, that does not have any batting in it. It's just a nice placemat. Throw it on there. You're good. You don't have to stick batting in it. You really don't. Dun, 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 dun. And as always, I'm going too fast for everything. Anyway, my routine is all out of whack because the husband drove me in. Because, hey, remember all that ice we got off of everything? We got on everything. I was overly enthusiastic cleaning off the windshields and smashed the truck windshield. So, yeah, go me. So it's being fixed. That's fine. It's fine. So you want to talk about new fabric. Yes, we are the Quilting Shed in Fredericton, New Brunswick, here in Canada. Ta-da! So nice. I'm distracting myself. That's all. We do have some new fabric behind me that you can see. New panels just came in. They are the Sacred Sisters from Northcott. Part of the proceeds generated are going to causes to support the murdered and missing Indigenous women. There is a free pattern available if you would like to make a quilt. This would make a fantastic fundraiser for something. A great art quilt because it is 55 by 65. Let me know if you want us to do up a kit, because we have been considering doing up kits for this. So that right there. So that panel is 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, that panel is 15. There is also a canvas fabric panel with the same two women on it for a tote bag. So it's a thicker fabric and you can make a nice tote bag to take to protests with you. That's what I said. Is where would you take a tote bag like that? I'm like, to the protest, not your grocery store. It's $8 panel? Really? That's a good price.
Yeah. Did you not look?
I looked. Are you sure? Did they? They're usually more expensive than that. So we've lowered the prices on those too because we didn't want to make a lot of money off of something like that. So, dun, dun, dun. Willa says, "Good morning, Snowy." Hello, hi Dee. Everybody's watching. So we have those two, and they are on the website. Yes, yes, yes. I believe they are on the website. This free pattern, if you wanted to download your own copy, is on the Northcott website in their free pattern section. But again, if you would like a kit made out of this, you can. And it looks like my mom already put a link in there. Thanks, Mom. Thank you, Mom. Yeah, the hair is different. The hair is different. I have to go get my driver's license and I needed to cut my hair. So we're doing two things all in one go. Today's shirt is, if you think I'm short, you should see my patience. Thanks again to my mom for that one. Ta-da! So that's today's t-shirt. Yeah, and the hair is also very, very short and looks, this is where Mom's going to be like, you look like your brother. You look like a hospital patient. There we go. I am very happy with my fake temporary tattoos here. That's fading, but it's very nice. Anyway, there's that. And there's this one. Ta-da! Which is very hard to show off on screen. Anyway, enough about me. You want to talk about very pretty fabric. Oh my good Lord. Sorry, my mom's in the comments, so I have to fill her in. Jeez. We got, in these trying economic times where we try to find fabric for you that is less expensive because the cost of everything is going up, so we sort of juggle around to different suppliers and see what's going on with them. So this didn't really turn out less expensive, but it is slightly different, so it works for you. We hadn't ordered from these guys in a while, and I thought, let's give it another shot. This is the color card for, whoops, let's do that side. Peony Blossoms, it's called. Look at how pretty that is. Very spring-like, unlike outside. Very peony. I have like a ton of peonies in my yard. I love them to bits. So I was all over this one. Again, we have patterns for this one. We can do up kits for you. We have the entire collection. It is very nice. I'm going to show you it in a minute. And this makes a 52 by 76 throw size quilt. It's kind of like a small twin. You could slap another border on that and it would be a twin size, no problem. It's not too bad. So this wound up 23 a meter. And I have a lovely little spring basket full of fat quarters done up by our lovely assistants. These blenders here that came with it, like without the main florals on it, with this little dots, like look at that. How cute is that? In the nice pastel shade. These are great for Easter too. You could throw
I should note they're not metallic. They look like they are, but they're not.
Yes, they look like they're metallic, but they're not. It is kind of a gold color. It looks like it could be metallic, like this one here. I'm expecting it to glitter like gold, but it doesn't. But they are very nice, and ooh, it's nice. They're soft. They're very soft, very, very soft and drapey cotton. Some lovely florals in here. Let me dig them all out by type. Ah, Kathy didn't sort them by style here. Or she did, and I mixed them up on her. The things you guys put up with, I swear to God. Oh, there's another one. Okay, I knew there was more than one. Okay, so there's this sort of floral print in, this is the white and this is the teal blue. It's looking a little washed out on screen. Wilmington does florals really, really well. These ones are very, I thought they were very like 60s or 70s. They do fit in the collection though. But Wilmington with the nice soft colors, the very pretty florals, and these two sort of smaller floral prints. You can do a lot with just these individually with some other things like, yeah, some 3-yard quilts would be great. Some little girl quilts would be great for this. This is the main floral print. Nice big watercolor peony type and florals. I'm a sucker for stuff like this. Like if there was a time where I kept getting free graphic downloads, and if it was this kind of style, I was boom. That was on my hard drive. That was on my extra hard drive because I just kept downloading them. Whee! It was great. So that's the nice florals. There's 17 prints in this collection, and I remember that because we had to count them twice yesterday. Lovely display at the front of the store as well. And the leafy type extra, you know, you need something that looks like a solid when you're in the collection. So it's got the pink and the yellow and the green. Very, very nice. Again, and if you are new to quilting and you're like, but I'm no good with color, this is the kind of collection where you really can grab, like, if you're making a quilt that says you need 3 that match or you need 5 that match, you could almost do this randomly and it would still look very, very nice. And the 2 geometric prints in the teal and the pink, again, it looks like it might be gold metallic, but it's not, which is great because they usually add on extra for this. Lisa says she loves this. Yes, it's very cute. It's very pretty.
And what's unique about this collection, Mom?
What is unique about this collection?
There's no panel.
There's no panel for this collection. We were absolutely gobsmacked. We didn't get any of the pre-cuts because from this particular company, the pre-cuts we thought were kind of prohibitive, but we could make some if people were so inclined. It's a little extra work, but we also have smaller bolts. I would skip the border stripe. There's one more fabric I didn't show you in here. Wilmington usually does a really nice border stripe with things. We didn't make that as a fat quarter. Nobody likes the fat quarter and a border stripe, but it's this one right here. It's just got the nice wide borders. So there's also that print, and it is showing on the website.
Yep.
So there's that. I feel like I'm talking too fast because I'm running out of stuff to show people. Tell me in the comments what you would do, and tell me if you're interested in a kit for something like that before we start making them up. Because like I said, we've got 9-meter bolts. We didn't get huge ones, and a kit if you needed kits for this, the Sacred Sisters, which I think we should kit up anyway. The basics that they put with this are all from the Chroma line. Also, we have 4 kits left for the Happy Easter runner. This in the little bag with the Easter eggs that are paper pieced. Little piece of purple fabric because that's the border color. We had to do 2 different border colors because we ran out of one. Lisa says yes for a kit, I guess. Of course, we'll just throw it in your bin. So yeah, the little Easter runner we did with Emily from Mauve Bandit Designs with the Easter eggs. I didn't bring it over here. So if you were looking to get one of those Easter runner kits, I have 4 left. 4 left. There's that. We've been focusing on just restocking items, so there's a lot of boring things that came in, or stuff that's for like further on down the line. Like one of the things that came in and people were like, where are we putting this? And I'm like, in the back, because it's Hanukkah fabric. Yep, got Hanukkah fabric for next year. It's in the back. It's not in the floor.
We won't need that for many moons.
We won't need that for many moons. A good joke there. Won't need it for many moons. But one of the boring things that we got back in was wide backs that have been out of stock that had been overlooked for a while. And you're going to get excited because one of these prints, I can't believe how much we sell of this particular print, but it's back in stock.
It's so good for scrap quilts.
It's so good for scrap quilts. This one here, I can't tell you how many times we have ordered this fabric and sold it out. It's all these nice pastel shades. It's Northcott. It is from their Stonehenge multi-mixers. It matches so many things because it's got the teals and the purples and the greens. It doesn't quite match the peony blossoms. There's like no purple in this. Susan will be happy there's no purple in this. But this is still at a 28. I don't know what they're doing. Nobody tell Northcott about that we can do their wide backs that cheap because, I mean, it matches my hair. Look at my hair. I have more roots than hair color at this time. It's great. So there's that one. That is the nice pastel one. This, I can't believe how popular this one. This was the, not driftwood. Driftwood or oxide? There was one, they had an older one. See, if you have a hard time finding some Stonehenge and you're like, why didn't they do this? They went and revamped them, and some of the colors they dropped, and some of them they tweaked them a little and just gave them a new SKU and a new color name, and it's very confusing if you had everything memorized because they went and changed it, but not a lot, only a tiny little bit, just enough to confuse those of us who are neurospicy. So, here we go.
I believe that one is called Oxide.
Yeah, oxidized earth. This was surprisingly popular because it has all your nice and browns in there, but it has some lovely sort of steel blues. Yeah, it went with a surprising amount of things, and wide backs like this are great because it will hide any of your quilting mistakes. And if you are one of those kinds of people who wants the same color thread on the top of the back, because if you mix the 2 colors it can be a little tricky, this will hide a lot of different thread colors for contrast. So because you don't want too much contrast with between your back and your front. Sometimes maybe you do. But your quilter will thank you if it can blend a little more. Diane's probably watching this going, yes, please, thank you. Well, later, now that she has a job where she has to, like, pay attention and things. Jeez. Anyway. No, I need a hand. I need a better hand because this hand doesn't work. No, I've got it. It just doesn't. Okay, there we go. This hand likes to let go at inopportune moments. So another one of the wide backs in one of the Stonehenge, and it is very.
I love that one.
Blue Lagoon. Blue Lagoon, so popular. It's got the blues and the greens on here and the teals. We have an entire shelf of blue wide backs. I don't know. I'm sure we are missing some colors, but right now I just focused on the colors we were out of and tried not to get in too many of ones we had lots of. Because if we were out of something blue, we have so much blue there. Even though I just showed off Blue Lagoon. That's different. It's blue and green, okay?
We also got the orange back.
We also got the orange. Well, these are flannels. And 2 of the flannel wide backs were out of stock. I can't believe how fast these ones went. These are from Northcott. They are from the Canvas collection. Canvas as in the print, not the type of fabric. This is a nice thick flannel, not a flannelette. And my assistant has given me my scissors. People hate to see me struggle, I swear. Ugh. So this is a nice orange. What did they call this? Brick? Brick. Okay, they called it brick, but it's like a paprika, orange, pumpkin spice, whatever.
Fall.
These, yeah, it's fall. If you have a fall quilt, you need a nice orange flannel back. This will probably do it. And again, how much were the flannel wide backs?
Give me a second.
Were they still 28 or were they 30?
I think they're 30.
They might be 30. We'll figure that out in a second, which is still a decent price because these are 108. So you just buy what you need to cover to go across the short side of your quilt.
They are 28.
They are 28. The flannel ones are 28 too. This is ridiculous. Quick, grab them.
They're very nice and we can reorder them.
Yeah, they're very nice. We can reorder them. They wash up really, really well. They have passed the husband test, which means you make a quilt with this on the back. You throw it on your husband. How fast does he fall asleep? Roughly 10 minutes. I swear. I swear. It's like a 10-minute husband quilt. And he'll be napping. So you might want to stock up. I know. Especially if he's been... Anyway. The other color, I cannot believe how fast this fell out. This sold out. It was the Stonewash Denim in the flannel, which is very, very nice. We were joking that maybe one customer bought probably half of this, but it fits with so much. The Stonewash Denim color, yeah, denim. There's a Stonewash Denim in the regular flannel line. This kind of denim fabric goes with so much, like the denim color. Yeah, it's here. It's great. It looks, like I said, kind of boring. Nobody decides to just have it in their stash. Ooh, I got to buy that and have it kicking around. It's just one of those basics you don't think about, but when you see it, it's perfect. Yeah, so there's that. I thought I was like really super prepared and had stuff sitting here, and now I feel like we're running out because we did clean up everything and get organized. And
When was the last time we showed off these?
when was the last time we showed off those? We should show off those because it's you bring them over to me because we just made fat quarters of them. These have been sitting sort of neglected over on the shelf. It's probably a good time. We have some indigenous fabric as well with the raven. Oh, it's got the raven and the bear and all these other symbols in the black and the red on the beige. We just did some fat quarters and they had like the plastic was still on the bolts on the shelf. That's why I say I think these have been overlooked. A lovely bear motif here.
We also didn't get them all at once.
And we didn't get them all at once, so this is like a whole collection. These are also $23 a meter, but you only need a little bit for a lot of things. Totem poles, again, I know that's more West Coast, but here we are. If you're looking for indigenous prints, they still work. And the bear claw. I'm thinking the bear claw fabric would be great in a bear claw block. I think that would be a bear paw block. Yeah, the bear claw fabric in a bear paw block.
Bear claws are pastries.
I know. Oh, yeah, but bear claw print.
No,
So that's
leave them
these
there.
4. I'm just trying to show them all off.
Okay.
It would have been easier to bring me the fat quarters, but that you do see how the reds still match with the Sacred Sisters, even though it is a completely different company. And that cardboard bolt is not good. This is from Timeless Treasures.
Oh yeah, all of them.
Yeah. These are big bolts too. Oh, I'll be right back. You just hang on. I'm only going right over here. I'm still going to talk. Okay. So remember how I said I only had one panel left from the Sunset Ridge, how to make the little backpack panel. This is the second backpack that it makes. So one panel, it makes these 2. Save Diane, because she said if nobody buys it, she's going to get it. It makes these 2 cute little, yeah. You just need a little bit of extra yardage, but everything else is on the panel except for like the hardware and stuff. But I finally finished. They they could be for kids. You don't have to make them for kids. Like if you just needed a small little backpack to go somewhere. I did make the straps a little shorter, but I am a shorty, so these would fit.
For little kids and big kids.
Little kids and big kids. If you are a pretty princess, like you could still do this. Like that actually still fits me. I didn't check the fit, but yeah. Yeah, see? If you are like 3 apples tall, Tinkerbell size, whatever, I would go yard sailing with this, like backpack kind of deal, like craft fairs. You just need to put something on your back and hold, you know, some treasures. Da, da, da. And the nice white one again. So yeah, just one left of those. Da, 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 na, 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 na. And I said before, if you've been in lately, early in the week, you might see my granddaughter Isabella in here. She is doing some job training and finding some cool things that she likes to do in the shop. One of which is fold the fat quarters, but the other thing, sometimes when you have like lots of people who can help out and work here and stuff, you get like a whole list. Here's everything that needs to be done, and they start going down the list. And the things nobody wants to do keep getting shuffled on down to the bottom. And one of those things were putting the hang tags on the shelves where we hang stuff up. It's like the hook, and it's got like a piece of paper on it, and it says this is what was supposed to be here, and here's the supplier, and here's the SKU. So that way, those of us who try to keep things in stock can look around. We can see an empty hook. It's got a tag on it. We know what was there, and we know what has to go back there, so we know we have to order it. But we didn't have that when we set everything up, so we have to go back through everything that's hanging up and put a tag behind all the merchandise. She likes doing this. She's got a clipboard. She was wearing her little lab coat from some fandom thingy that she likes. It's a whole deal. So yeah, she said, can I come back another day this week and do more? I'm like, can you come back and work more? Okay, sure, I guess. Yeah, all right. You can do that. Okay. But she's really good at it too. So while she's doing this, I'm also giving her tips when she asks questions about how she can phrase these things when she eventually has to write a resume to go get a real job. As if this isn't a real job. It is, yeah, it's like an internship. And I have just been handed some fat quarters. We have been on a fat quarter kick going through the...
But it's almost camping season.
It's almost camping season, yes. That's why you're getting this. It's almost camping season. But also this print, again, still, we love these little footprints. I know I did show these, but I'm showing them to you again. It's almost camping season. Don't you need to make some bowl cozies or some bags to take your camping stuff or your fishing gear or whatever you're going traveling, and you need to make some stuff. The fat quarter bins were getting very, very low, so I made a big, huge list of all the collections that we didn't have fat quarters of, and our little helpers have been going through and making the fat quarters and filling the fat quarter bins. It's been fantastic, and you'll be able to get you some fat quarters. They're like skinny quarters, but they're fat. Let's go over what a fat quarter is. It is a 1/4 meter of fabric, technically, except they call it fat because it's more square, because how we cut it is we cut a half of the meter, and we cut that half and a half. 1/2 cut in half is a quarter. So 1/4 plus 1/4 is a half. Yeah, that's why. It's not necessarily more cost efficient. It is cheaper just to get it off the bolt because, you know, fat quarters, you got to round those prices up. And sometimes we buy the fat quarters and there's a labor charge, blah, 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 whatever. They are convenient. If it's more convenient, you know the drill. It's just like the grocery store. Oh, you're bringing me another one. Thank you. I was surprised. We haven't had fat quarters of these in a long time. All our Canadian fabric, the Canadian Basics, these ones, and my nose is so itchy. Sorry. These ones, Glorious and Free, dun, 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 maple leaves and flags, and more maple leaves. Woohoo!
If you are a slow sewer, now's a good time to make something for Canada.
Yes, if you are a slow sewer, now is the time to make something for Canada Day. And some poppy fabrics, we have those back in the fat quarter bin. Of course, we have the yardage. We've just been, like I said, going through the collections and making sure that we have fat quarters of those, because people go looking through the fat quarter bins because they only want a little bit, or they want to, sometimes it's easier to see what we have And if it's not in the fat quarter bin, sometimes it gets overlooked, like I just showed you with the indigenous fabrics and these other things. So we've had time to do that. So there's that, and it's 9:55, and with that, taking my notes, and we talked about fat quarters. Okay, so we talked about the fat quarters, we talked about the peony blossoms and the sacred sisters over there, and only 4 left of these. So let me know. Window pane quarter, not striped quarter. Thank you, Heidi. That's the phrase that I should tell people. A window pane quarter, not a striped quarter. That is a great way to phrase it for people. They can picture that. I hope you are paying Izzy in fabric. Sometimes, Mom. Well, Izzy comes and Zaid's been coming and using the printer, so we are kind of paying the kids in printer ink, which, is almost the price of gas at this point. But they're having fun and learning things. So I just thought of something else Zaid could probably do for me. Anyway, I will see you later. Something luck of the Irish. Anyway, kiss me, I'm Irish. Anniversary's coming up. Birthday's coming up. Husband and I might just like get each other coffee and wander around the mall like old people. We're like super.
Hey, new couples do that too.
New couples do that too, apparently. I don't know.
Do you know how many 20-year-olds I've seen with their kids at the mall in the middle of the week?
With their kids, though. Anyway, with that, I will let you go. Y'all can get back to work and I can figure out what I'm doing today. I guess. One of those things. Anyway, catch you later. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. Send me a message. Go check out our new fabrics. And I will see you later this week or next week, I guess. Or in the newsletter. All right. Bye. Goodbye. 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 Yes, I want to end my live video.